musicians, athletes, residents, and friends, and most likely each of us whose lives have been enriched by Butch. When I arrived almost 4 years ago, the resident asked me if I had met the mayor. And I innocently and naively applied. I said, no, I wasn't here in October 2015 when de Blasio and Garodnick and the Blackstone guys were here. And the resident laughed and said, no, the real mayor. Soon after I met the real mayor, and like so many of us that are here today, I connected with Butch on a much more than a familial level and learned of not only his extraordinary contribution to the Stuyvesant Town community, but to humanity. The game of basketball was his conduit to helping others. This playground that we're on today was one of many that he used to teach the game, where he not only worked on basketball skills, but also working on the player. Butch's life work is in counseling, focused on drug and alcohol rehabilitation, which impacted so many lives on and off the court. He was called on by the Knicks and then the NBA to help develop a counseling program for their players. His involvement with the Rucker tournament and the Rucker League is legend, as evidenced, and I think he's on his way, by Earl the Pearl Monroe's presence. He'll be here shortly. It's no surprise that Butch gravitated to Rucker Park up in Harlem, for it was Holcomb's Ruckers who believed that, what did he say, one team, be a team, one team, each one, teach one. It was Holcomb Ruckers, and despite that legend, that man's life was cut too short, but it's people like Butch that brought that legend on. Today is about Butch in Stuyvesant Town. Playground 9 was where Butch held court, figuratively and literally. He taught the game of basketball and the game of life right here for decades worth of Stuyvesant Town youth and adults, and many again are in their adult lives here. And today, as Butch holds court on the benches around his apartment and around the Oval, his energy lifts all passerbys, and his presence is stronger than ever. The community is blessed to have Butch and Mary, and we're honored to put Butch's name on Playground 9's entry shortly. Before we do that, we have some friends.
I would call my house and talk to my dad complaining about the Knicks every day. I didn't know he was so popular like today. But as I was running for office and I started to walk around with Butch, I had two thoughts. One is, thank God I got Butch in my corner, and thank God Butch isn't running against me. And I realized that I see a lot of friends and family, friends of my family I've known most of my life. Many who I've gotten to know running and representing the neighborhood. He is really the guy who brought this all together for this neighborhood. He's a guy who knows the old timers. He knows a lot of the new people who moved in here. He knows almost seemingly everybody when he walks his little dog around the neighborhood. So it is really an honor. I think it's a great idea, by the way, too, that they're honoring him here today by naming this playground after him. And I will admit I was a Playground 11 basketball guy, not a Playground 9 basketball guy. But now, I live by Playground 9 now, for its part. But this is such a fantastic day. It's a fantastic idea, and it's for a fantastic guy. We want to do something special for him. We have a proclamation from the City Council on behalf for Butch. Because it's kind of boring, but and you guys know a lot of it. I will read my favorite part, which is the end. Councilmember Keith Powers is happy to see Stuytown management name a playground in his honor, for he has known Butch his entire life. Butch has been a family friend through thick and thin, and together they have survived the torture of the Knicks and the triumph of the Yankees. I think there's nothing more befitting of Butch than that. But I just want to say on a personal note, I'm really happy to have you as a family friend. I think this whole neighborhood is happy to have you as one of our neighbors, one of our own. And I think today is such a fantastic day to honor not just the person that you are in this neighborhood, but the work that you've done on behalf of this entire city. Thank you. Thank you.
What an honor to be here with Butch and everyone in this neighborhood. neighborhood. You know, with the tough times that we have in our country, it's nice that we take a moment and pause and think about our community, our local neighborhood, and the leadership that makes it such. So I'm so happy to be at Butch's bar mitzvah. And seriously, and I am serious about that. I think the council member said it well, and I'll say it also, that the only person I know in Stuyvesant Town that's more popular than Dan Grodnick is Butch Purcell. That's for my friend Dan over there. But I agree that as a local elected official, as somebody who represents you in Albany, I couldn't do my job unless I had folks like Butch who were on the ground, who had the knowledge, who had the history, who had the understanding, and who had your trust in terms of what we try to do to represent you as elected officials. So Butch, I want to say thank you.
So really, Butch, it's just really, I don't know if you have enough wall space for all this recognition. But really, this is just for you because of all you do for our city, the state of New York and the state of Assembly. We want to honor you for everything you've done. Thank you. Thank you.
And next up, we have one of our own, former council member Dan Grodnick.
You know, I come empty-handed today. How embarrassing. You know, you leave the city council and you show up at a great event like this, and all you can bring is your gratitude and the words of a community that is just so appreciative of this wonderful human being. And I will tell you that we all know Butch as somebody who stands up and cares for this neighborhood and cares for his neighbors. I remember meeting him standing on a street corner, shaking hands, and noting a disproportionately small dog to the frame of this gentleman, and took to him instantly. I mean, I found him to be so warm and so generous of spirit that we became friends, and I have really appreciated the many years that we have had together. And Butch, I will say, you know, as the mayor, you might look out this crowd and say, it's time to go to Iowa. Just saying. There might be an opening for you. But in all seriousness, I want to thank Rick for recognizing everything that Butch has done for this community, helping young people who are struggling, and being just a wonderful neighbor and a terrific guy. Butch, we love you. We are so grateful for you. Congratulations.
Ever.
He said what Butch has done for this community and this city is really, I mean, the accolades we can go on and on. But as somebody on a personal level, he has reached out to, mentored, always been there to give advice. It's really goes beyond words to say the impact he's had on guys like myself and so many others. Guys who love the game of basketball, play the game of basketball, obviously getting over the
knows everyone. Everyone likes him because they don't know him. So I remember I met Butch. He coached the West Side when I was coming out of college. The coach, he and the other coach who was here is probably be speaking next, right? Yeah. So all my dealings with Butch was in Harlem. So one day Butch asked me to give him a ride. So I'm thinking, it's not 5 minutes from Rucker Park. It's not 5 minutes from Rucker Park, and I'll take him home, and it's gonna be the end of it. I said, where you live? He said, 18th Street, First Avenue. 18th Street, First Avenue. What are you doing down there? So that's how I got to know this side of John Purcell. He would praise you guys. He would say they love me down there. They adore me down there. And then when he got a dog, they adored both of them down there. I also love his family because I've known John Jr. since he was born in Maryville just a long time. And they've just always been good to me, always have good advice. Sometimes I took it, sometimes I didn't.
University, right? Okay. And we had great rivalries in college and on to New York. And he's been a real friend over the course of the years, helping me out in many instances. And I was just happy to be able to come down here. Now, he never told me that this was going to be this type of incident. He told me that, come down where, we did this thing for Wingo, and there'll be a couple people here, and so forth and so on. And as usual, he's understating in himself. But he's a great guy, obviously a great community person, and very deserving of this honor. So I'm happy to be here to celebrate with him. Happy to serve.
In closing, this community is an amazing community. It's one of a kind, I think, anywhere in the United States, maybe in the world, because of the people who make it up. And we are truly blessed to have Butch and Mary as part of the community, as part of the fabric of who we are. Today's dedication, we're extremely honored to have Butch and Mary as part of this today, and Butch will forever be remembered on Playground 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the plaque on the column as you enter right now, but my suspicion is Butch is going to get mobbed. So we'll just go ahead and do that. You can take pictures with the legend, the mayor. Thank you all for coming this morning. All right, hang on. As we all know, Butch is not short of words. So Butch will bring us home.
Stuyvesant roots. Well, my roots came up through Harlem with the great younger family, iconic family. They're all gone now. I was out of school for a semester. That's where I met my wife, okay? And I guess I left school for a semester because I'm listening to the Temptations 4 times I didn't go to class. So I got this job in Stuyvesant Town with a great man by the name of Mr. Ed Mackey. Great guy. Mackie brings me in, and he gives me to a guy named Dennis McDonald. All right? Dennis, stand up a second. He gave me to Dennis. He said, Dennis, take care of this guy. He's been doing that for a long time now, taking care of it. Anyway, so basically, I want to just, thank the Lord for this great day and for having me here. I want to thank my family, my son John, my wife Mary, my aunt Rosa. Kept me grounded for years. Don't talk too long, Dad. We'll be here till Sunday. So, but I want to just say one thing about him. And Mary kept me grounded too. I couldn't have a better son. Anytime, right? This guy, he's the man, right there. Stand up, John, so you can see you, please. John, my wife Mary, my aunt Rosa. That's all he is. But I want to just say one thing about him, and Mary kept me grounded too. I couldn't have a better son. You know, 8 times in a row. Okay? 8 times, all right? He's this guy, he's the man, right there. Stand up, Johnson, you can see you, please. So I just want to say thank you very much. And there's so many people I can thank. It's like crazy, man. Well, you know, I mean, missing people. So that's just, I don't want to thank my dog. She basically, she's the greatest, without a doubt, for sure. Thanks for coming. And basically, God bless everybody.
We love you!